What happens when loyalty meets betrayal and a night out spirals into full-blown chaos? Atlanta just witnessed a scandal that reality TV could only dream of. Yandy, the ultimate ride-or-die wife, exploding in a fury nobody saw coming. But who's the target of this unstoppable rage? None other than Ashley, caught in the crossfire after whispers of a hookup with Mendeecees went public. Did Ashley really cross the line? Or is this another classic love and hip-hop plot twist turned real-life nightmare? And why were cops called to intervene in what should have been just another celebrity drama? Tonight, we peel back the layers of one of the juiciest, wildest, and most controversial confrontations in recent reality TV history. From whispered rumors and exclusive Atlanta hotspots to fiery public meltdowns, Yandy goes wild and Ashley is standing right in the storm. How far did Yandy go? What evidence has surfaced? And what does this mean for Mendeecees caught in the middle of his wife's explosive wrath? Strap in, because this is not your ordinary gossip. It's a full-blown scandal that's about to ignite every corner of social media. And we're taking you inside every shocking detail. Atlanta has never seen a storm quite like this. The city that birthed countless reality TV scandals suddenly became ground zero for one of the most explosive meltdowns in recent memory. At the center of it all, Yandy Smith, the woman whose reputation as a loyal, unshakable wife is legendary, and Ashley, who apparently underestimated the fury of someone who claims what's hers. Add Mendeecees into the mix, and you've got a combustible triangle that no scriptwriter could dream up. Sources from inside the Atlanta nightlife scene claimed that the night started innocently enough, or at least it seemed that way. Ashley, reportedly confident in her own secrecy, was seen mingling near Mendeecees at a high-profile lounge. Witnesses say the two were whispering too closely, laughing a little too loud, leaning in just a fraction too far. The subtle signs of a connection or a scandal didn't escape the keen eyes of those who track every move of reality TV personalities. Cameras, phones, and social media bloggers were everywhere, quietly capturing every gesture, every exchanged glance. But what turned this from gossip into a full-blown frenzy was not the alleged hookup itself. It was Yandy's reaction once the whispers became undeniable. Known for her ride-or-die persona, Yandy reportedly went from calm to explosive the moment she discovered Ashley and Mendeecees' interactions. The sources claimed she confronted Ashley directly, a confrontation that quickly escalated beyond words. Screams echoed, neighbors called 911, and within minutes, law enforcement was reportedly at the scene. A simple nightclub visit had turned into a chaotic showdown worthy of its own reality episode, complete with cops trying to maintain order while the drama unfolded like a live-action soap opera. Social media erupted almost immediately. Clips of the altercation, blurry, shaky, but unmistakably intense, spread across Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Comments ranged from shock to amusement, with hashtags like #Yandy vs Ashley and #Mendeecees mess trending within hours. Fans dissected every frame. Ashley's defensive posture, Yandy's furious gestures, Mendeecees' attempts to intervene. The debate ignited global attention, with theories flying about whether this was a spontaneous eruption of jealousy, a premeditated confrontation, or something even more sinister. Anonymous insiders suggested that Ashley wasn't just a passive participant in the story. Allegedly, she had messages and video evidence of her interactions with Mendeecees, a revelation that reportedly drove Yandy to the edge. The stakes were personal, public, and incredibly volatile. What had started as a simple accusation snowballed into a narrative filled with betrayal, retaliation, and the kind of raw emotion that audiences live for. This isn't the first time Yandy's loyalty has been tested, but it may be the most public and violent display of her protective instincts. Previous incidents involving the love and hip-hop star have painted her as a figure who tolerates nothing when it comes to her family. But this confrontation reportedly crossed a line that fans are calling unprecedented. Those who know Yandy claimed that the emotional intensity she displayed was not just about anger. It was about a perceived violation of trust that cut deep, amplified by the scrutiny of social media and the press. Meanwhile, Mendeecees found himself in the impossible position of being both witness and participant. According to insider commentary, he attempted to calm the situation, urging Yandy to step back and avoid escalation. Yet, the tension was so thick that even his presence could not diffuse it. Onlookers report that he was caught between his wife's wrath and Ashley's shock, desperately trying to maintain some semblance of peace while the confrontation intensified. In many ways, he became a symbol of the mess. He was at the center of a man whose personal decisions had ignited a scandal with legal and social implications far beyond what anyone anticipated. The public's reaction has been swift and unrelenting. Within hours, fan pages and gossip accounts were dissecting every moment, creating timelines, analyzing video snippets, and speculating on the aftermath. Every social media user with a camera or phone felt like an investigator. Opinion pieces and viral TikTok breakdowns claimed that the incident represented everything that can go wrong when secrets collide with reality TV fame: betrayal, humiliation, and a live audience hungry for spectacle. Insiders alleged that the altercation also exposed deeper tensions within the social circles of Atlanta's elite reality stars. Long-standing rivalries, previous rumors, and simmering jealousy all reportedly played a part in what has become one of the most talked-about scandals in recent memory. What started as whispers of a flirtation escalated into accusations, public shaming, and a scene that even police sources called chaotic and unprecedented for the city. The media frenzy has only intensified the situation. Reports suggest that several outlets scrambled to cover the story, balancing the need for speed with the desire for accuracy. The line between verified fact and viral speculation blurred almost immediately as clips circulated faster than confirmations could be made. Social media influencers, bloggers, and amateur sleuths alike began providing running commentary, dissecting every word and gesture captured in the videos. Every frame seemed to tell a story, and the public eagerly consumed each new update as it emerged. As the night unfolded, sources claimed that Yandy's actions, whether fueled by betrayal, rage, or a combination of both, sent a clear message to anyone who might consider crossing boundaries in her personal life. The intensity of the confrontation, amplified by live footage and eyewitness accounts, reportedly left Ashley shaken, while Mendeecees struggled to regain control of a situation that had spiraled out of his hands. The event, insiders say, will likely be dissected for years to come, not just as gossip, but as a cautionary tale about loyalty, secrecy, and the perils of mixing reality TV fame with private life drama. And while fans continue to debate the truth of the events, one thing remains certain: the scene captured the raw, unfiltered chaos of relationships under the microscope of fame. The confrontation was messy, public, and emotionally charged, a perfect storm for social media virality. From neighbors witnessing the aftermath to law enforcement trying to contain the scene, the incident has all the elements of a story that will dominate headlines, Twitter threads, and YouTube comment sections for weeks to come. The early morning hours. The story had already metastasized into a full-blown scandal. Social media detectives were piecing together timelines with meticulous, almost obsessive precision. Every blurry video, every grainy screenshot, every whispered DM was scrutinized like forensic evidence. Hashtags like Yandy, Ashley, Mendeecees mess, and #cops should hit T-Town were trending simultaneously across Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Memes exploded, photos were and fan theories became as elaborate as a Netflix crime drama. One TikTok investigator even attempted to overlay security camera footage with social media clips, claiming to prove Ashley and Mendeecees were in the same room for over an hour before the confrontation. Anonymous sources added fuel to the fire, sharing alleged insider details about Ashley's behavior leading up to the night. They claimed she had been openly messaging Mendeecees, sending flirty suggestive notes, and even bragging to mutual friends about the attention she was getting. Whether true or exaggerated, these claims painted a picture of a woman seemingly unbothered by the possible consequences. A picture that the public couldn't resist analyzing and sharing. Meanwhile, snippets of alleged private messages between Ashley and Mendeecees circulated online, some showing playful teasing, others suggesting clandestine meetings. The authenticity of these leaks was never confirmed, but that didn't stop the frenzy. In the world of viral gossip, perception often outweighs fact. Yandy, on the other hand, became the symbol of unfiltered rage and loyalty. Reports suggested that when she discovered the alleged evidence in Ashley's possession, Her reaction was immediate and intense. Eyewitnesses claimed she stormed the location where Ashley and Mendeecees had been socializing, confronting Ashley in a way that stunned onlookers. Screaming, accusations, and physical gestures reportedly filled the space, leading to bystanders calling the police. It wasn't just a fight. It was a public declaration of boundaries, a warning to anyone who might consider interfering with her marriage. The involvement of law enforcement only intensified the story. Cops were reportedly on the scene, within minutes, attempting to separate the women and assess the situation. The chaos captured by witnesses included yelling, accusations, and allegedly some minor scuffles, though no official reports confirmed any serious injuries. The mere presence of police, however, added a dramatic layer that social media quickly amplified. Videos shared by bystanders showed flashing lights, blurred figures, and frantic voices, a perfect recipe for virality. Fans immediately began debating the roles of each party. Was Yandy justified in her anger? Was Ashley reckless or malicious? And where does Mendeecees fit into this explosive puzzle? As the narrative spiraled, commentary exploded beyond social media. Gossip blogs and entertainment outlets jumped in, reporting on the wild confrontation and speculating about potential legal consequences. Headlines range from dramatic Yandy Smith unleashes fury on Ashley after husband hookup to tongue-in-cheek reality star meltdown ends in police chaos. The sheer volume of coverage turned a local altercation into a nationwide spectacle overnight. Even mainstream news outlets referenced the incident, highlighting how social media had turned a personal dispute into a full-blown public scandal. Fans, of course, weren't passive observers. Online communities dissected every action and word. Some claimed Ashley provoked the confrontation deliberately, using Mendeecees as bait for attention or social media clout. Others argued that Yandy's actions, though extreme, were completely justified given the alleged betrayal. Heated debates raged in comment sections, threads, and TikTok duets, often descending into chaos themselves. Every meme, every clip, every caption became evidence in a public trial of opinion, shaping perceptions even in the absence of verified facts. Rumors began to suggest that the fallout wouldn't stop with the nightclub incident. Sources claimed Ashley's reputation was now at risk, with potential brand deals and social media partnerships hanging in the balance. Allegedly, some companies quietly reviewed contracts concerned about associating with someone embroiled in such a public scandal. Meanwhile, Mendeecees was painted as both the instigator and the passive participant, caught between two women whose emotions and reputations were now tied to every viral clip circulating online. Meanwhile, insiders alleged that Yandy had already begun damage control of her own. Social media posts the following day showed her appearing calm and composed, but fans dissected the images for hidden messages. One picture, a simple selfie, was interpreted as a statement, "I am in control and nothing will shake me." Another post, a quote about loyalty and protection, quickly went viral as evidence that she had orchestrated the confrontation to send a message. Even the timing of her post fueled speculation, as if each update were carefully calculated to dominate the narrative. The public's obsession didn't stop at speculation. Viral videos and GIFs of the incident flooded feeds worldwide, often accompanied by dramatic music or commentary. One viral clip, allegedly showing Yandy pointing and yelling at Ashley while Mendeecees attempts to intervene, was shared millions of times within 24 hours. Memes cropped up comparing the scenario to action movie scenes, reality television finales, and even famous celebrity altercations, further cementing the event as a cultural moment. As conversations intensified, some fans began to question the broader implications of the incident. Could this confrontation spark long-term damage to relationships, careers, and reputations? Would Ashley recover from the public backlash? Or would Yandy's display of power cement her as an untouchable figure in reality TV history? Even Mendeecees' silence and cryptic social media activity fueled theories about whether he truly understood the consequences of his actions or was merely a pawn in a story larger than himself. In short, the confrontation became more than just a personal dispute. It evolved into a high-profile case study in loyalty, betrayal, and the pressures of life under public scrutiny. Every interaction, every gesture, every leaked clip became a lesson in how modern fame, social media, and human emotion collide, often with explosive results. The story continued to dominate headlines, fan commentary, and online discourse, a chaotic mix of speculation, outrage, and fascination that showed no signs of slowing. By the time the night ended, the incident had transformed Ashley, Yandy, and Mendeecees from reality TV personalities into central figures in one of the most talked about scandals of the year. The world was watching, sharing, commenting, and forming opinions whether accurate or not. And the viral nature of the event ensured that the scandal would be dissected for weeks, months, and perhaps even years to come. Why? The next morning, the internet had officially turned the Yandy and Ashley Mendeecees drama into its newest obsession. Every platform was ablaze. Twitter threads stretched for miles. TikTok detectives created 10-part breakdowns, and YouTube channels like mine. We couldn't refresh fast enough because this wasn't just a scandal. It was a cultural event, a perfect storm of betrayal, rage, and reality TV chaos that somehow managed to upstage every other headline that week. But behind the viral clips and endless commentary, there was a deeper question. How did things get this bad? How did a simple night out turn into police sirens, flying accusations, and what insiders are calling the meltdown of the year? The answer, according to people close to the couple, lies in the weeks leading up to that explosive night. Rumor has it Yandy had already been hearing whispers about Ashley's growing closeness with Mendeecees. Friends allegedly warned her subtle messages, screenshots, little things that didn't add up, but Yandy brushed them off, trusting her husband and dismissing the rumors as classic reality TV gossip. That is, until Ashley dropped the bombshell of the year. Not only did she claim to have spent a night with Mendeecees, but she allegedly had messages and videos to prove it. That revelation was like pouring gasoline on an open flame. Multiple insiders claimed that Yandy's confrontation wasn't spontaneous, it was calculated. She knew exactly what she was walking into. One source said she wasn't going there to talk, she was going there to end it. And from the chaos that followed, it's clear she succeeded. Witnesses described the moment she arrived as locked, jaw set, voice raised to a tone that made the entire room freeze. Ashley reportedly tried to speak, but before she could even get the words out, the shouting began. "What did you say to my husband?" One witness quoted Yandy yelling. As Ashley attempted to explain, the back and forth spiraled fast, fueled by adrenaline, betrayal, and the dozens of phones capturing every second. And those securities stepped in before things went completely off the rails. By the time police arrived, the scene was already a viral spectacle. But while Yandy's anger dominated the headlines, Mendeecees' silence was equally loud. Insiders claim he tried to play peacemaker, but his neutral stance only made things worse. Some say he looked guilty by expression, the kind of guilt that says more than words ever could. And when fans replayed the clips in slow motion, they swore they saw it, too. The look of a man who knew the truth was slipping out faster than he could stop it. Meanwhile, Ashley, shaken but defiant, reportedly stood her ground even as chaos erupted around her. In an alleged voice note leaked to gossip blogs the next day, she could be heard saying, "I didn't lie. I said what happened and I have proof." Whether that proof exists or not, the statement itself was enough to detonate another explosion online. People demanded to see the receipts. Some fans even launched hashtags like #DropTheVideo and #ShowTheMessages, turning Ashley into both a villain and a martyr in the court of public opinion. The aftermath has been just as messy. According to Say Something, one user wrote, "Did you cheat or not?" Another added, "Your silence says everything." Yet, perhaps the most striking aspect of this whole saga isn't the fight itself. It's how the public has turned it into a spectacle. TikTok edits of Yandy yelling now play over dramatic music. Instagram Reels break down her every move, like sports highlights. And podcasts have devoted entire episodes to the psychology of the meltdown, analyzing Yandy's rage, Ashley's calm, and Mendeecees' blank stare like a Shakespearean tragedy. In many ways, this story is a mirror to the culture we've built, where personal heartbreak becomes public entertainment and private betrayal turns into meme material. What once would have been a rumor whispered in private now trends worldwide before sunrise. Everyone becomes an investigator, everyone becomes a judge, and every emotional outburst becomes content. But the consequences are real. Reports claim that Yandy has since been emotionally drained by the chaos, retreating from the public eye to focus on her family. Ashley, meanwhile, has allegedly hired PR representation to control the narrative, and sources close to Mendeecees claim he's been trying to repair things behind closed doors. Though insiders say the damage is already done, one anonymous friend of Yandy summed it up best. She's hurt, embarrassed, but mostly furious that something this private exploded this big. She doesn't even know who to trust anymore. That statement alone captures the emotional cost of this entire scandal, a cost much greater than the likes, comments, and viral fame it generated. Still, the world keeps watching. Every time someone posts a new exclusive clip, every time another rumor surfaces, the fire reignited. And even as police reports remain sealed and official statements are pending, the court of public opinion has already delivered its verdict. Yandy, the furious wife; Ashley, the alleged other woman; Mendeecees, the silent husband caught in the storm. 3 names locked together in one viral scandal that refuses to die down. And now, with cops involved, producers circling and fans demanding the truth, one question looms over it all. How far will Yandy go to reclaim her peace? And will she ever forgive either of them? Because one thing's for sure, Atlanta won't stop talking about this anytime soon, and neither will we. And now that the dust has settled, or maybe it hasn't, we need to hear from you. Do you think Yandy really lost control after finding out about Ashley and Mendeecees? Or was this all a carefully planned publicity stunt to keep their names trending? Because let's be real, in today's world, every scandal is also a marketing opportunity. Was Yandy defending her marriage or defending her brand? Was Ashley exposing the truth or just stirring chaos for clout? And where does Mendeecees fit into all of this? Victim, manipulator, or just the quiet mastermind watching it all unfold? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We're reading everything. Smash that like button if you're hooked, and subscribe for more explosive breakdowns. Because if this is what went down tonight, imagine what's coming next. Stay tuned. The truth always spills.